Right, don't worry about off the cuff. We are live now on Facebook. Derek Delaney joins me. Firstly, Derek, hello, and thank you very much for being patient and joining me, my friend.
No problem at all, pal.
A little bit of fun on a Sunday night or a Sunday morning in Ireland. It's 10:30 over there at the minute. How's the weather over there? Getting better?
Yeah, it's getting better. Yeah, thank God. It was a long winter. Just the last couple of weeks now, the sun is starting to come through.
We're going to catch up. We want to chat about the Vincent Delaney Memorial. Yep, we got audio. Just had to make sure we had audio in that, which is a day that I didn't know a lot about until last year. It's a very special day to you, and we will discuss that as well. But overall, before we do, harness racing in Ireland, and please, anyone that's watching the show, please feel free to get involved. I do have to fix up a little thing that I'll do in a sec. If we can get some comments coming through, we'll get that up and done. But how is harness racing going in Ireland, England, and Wales?
Yeah, it's all like voluntary here. Like it's an amateur sport really, and people are all pushing to try get it across the line. Like as in like the race the profile of the sport, but it's not easy. But it's a passion, I suppose, that people are addicted to over the years, and there's a lot of good people working voluntarily trying to push the sport forward at all levels. But unfortunately, it's an uphill struggle, But the day to day and the breeding and the racing and some of the stakes racing and that's there it's a very good circuit, I suppose, for self-funded and sponsored races,
Yep. So it's not buoyant, it's not flying, but it is going okay.
Exactly. Yeah. The breeding is getting better and the prize money is getting better. There was a local track in Dublin there where we used to hold the VDM in Portmarnock. It was there for I must have been there 60 years or something. But that was sold off there recently enough, and at the moment there's only one hard track in Ireland now, and it's up north. So they race once a week in the summertime up there, So the Irish Harness Racing Association is pushing with government. They have some grants applied for and stuff, and they have planning permission for a 1,000 metre track, I think it is, in West Cork. So they are trying, It's just it's government funding. It's hard to get, but all the groundwork is done, so to speak, and they're pushing. You
don't have to tell me it's hard work. I mean, it's the same here in Victoria as we speak, and without government help, we do seem to be in trouble. It's probably, I think, a reality check in a way. People need to look at things differently. Were you made aware that the track was going to be sold off, or did it just happen very quickly?
Yeah, no, I think they knew, like, they kind of had a short-term lease, like, and, like, it was actually sold a good few years ago, and then for building, and I think the economy kind of went bang, and long story short, the horse owners ended up leasing the track back and relaying it and stuff, and we had it again there, I think we had it there for about 12 years. So it's Dublin, so it's the most central location. So it's kind of like the backbone of the sport in Ireland. So it is a loss, like it is a major loss. But I suppose like everything in life, isn't it? Sometimes good comes from bad, So hopefully they do get this. They have the planning permission and they have a long-term lease on the field. So all the boxes are ticked. It's just whether the funding comes through now or not,
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's a start, though. At least they're being positive with some parts of it, which is exciting.
Yeah. No, well, you need it. Like you need a decent track, don't you? Like, and it's the track in Dublin wasn't bad, but it wasn't of an international standard. Let's say like that you could be doing off course betting on and stuff like that. So it needed something new anyway. So hopefully, things come true.
Yeah, and I mean, betting is unfortunately it's the root of all evils. We need it. We need to be able to get that off course betting, and I would imagine having a track that most people are aware of and stable with, they'd be, would make betting a lot easier, I suppose, too, for the participants and for the people betting off course.
Yeah, no, 100%, and like Irish harness racing and British harness racing, it's getting more known all over the world, and like the bridges are there and the connections are there, So like I wouldn't think it'd be too difficult to get the picture betted on, you know.
Yeah, well, that's what we
So,
want. We need harness racing
yeah,
everywhere growing.
yeah. Irish harness racing as well. Like they're trying to get a tout license. They have no tout, you know, so they're trying to get a tout license. And I think the last time there was one of them granted in Ireland was 100 years ago or something, or 120 years ago or something like that. So there's no legislation there to follow, so to speak. But they are trying to get it, so that will help open up the markets as well, you know.
Yeah. How is the economy and everything in Ireland? Like, are things buoyant over there, or
Say again?
In the economy in Ireland, how is it? Like, is it things are like overall?
It's fairly solid. Yeah, it's fairly good. Yeah, it's been good now, and there's a lot of construction going on, and yeah, everybody is busy. Yeah, the economy seems good at the moment.
Yeah, it's possibly a little bit of a pity, I suppose, to hear that, you know, things are a little bit downward, if you like, over there, just purely because of you know, the selling of the track. And that last year, when I thought you were very, very buoyant, things were up and about everywhere, and things were going in the right track. So, but I have to say, out of adversity, you know, things can rise and change, and that's what we need.
Yeah. No, it's still pretty much the same. Like, I think the track was gone last year as well when I was talking to you, but you know, I think it's kind of only, to be honest, I think it's only kind of showing the effects of closing now.
Yep.
You know, like into the second season, you know, I think it's only starting to kick in really now with the horseman and stuff like that. It's gone, you know, because, you know, anyone in the area where I live or where we're from, Leinster, like it's a 3-hour drive or a 4-hour drive to go racing, like, you know. That's return, so like it's 6 or 8 hours on the road, and it might be up as far as 10 or 12 hours for some people that live down the end of the country that have to go up north, you know. So it is an inconvenience, you know.
Yeah, that is. I mean, great sacrifice, I suppose, from those people. We've got someone said a comment here. He's had a suggestion to Matty Craven. Brett Corbet, don't know Brett, but Matty Craven, time for you to come over and drive for the Vincent Delaney Memorial Racing Weekend, Derek Delaney. So obviously must be a driver's thing as well over there, is there?
So what is that? I didn't get that.
Brett Corbet, is it? Corbett?
Yeah.
Suggesting that Matty Craven should come over and drive in the Vincent Delaney Memorial Weekend. So
yeah. Any driver that wants to come over and compete is more than welcome to come. You know, there's a lot of drivers coming in this year, so it will be difficult to get a drive because people don't really want to give up the drive on the big weekend. You know, but we are having an international ladies race, and there's ladies coming in from Australia and America and Canada and Malta. And we have a few GB and a few Irish girls then driving and competing as well. And Kimberly Butt is coming from New Zealand, and Lauren Tritton is coming from Australia. Well, she's coming from America, but she's obviously Australian. And Kimberly's partner is Peter Cox, is that right?
Johnny Cox.
He's coming in as well. So I think he's looking to get a few catch drives as well if we can, you know.
Johnny's coming. He's a fun lad. We have a lot of fun with Johnny coming over. That's for sure. We'll stick with the Vincent Delaney. We'll talk about yourself in a sec afterwards, if you like, because you've had a pretty good weekend as far as the horses go, and you're moving a little bit slower than normal. You did tell me that there before, but you're racing for a cause, introducing the hang on, hit the wrong button there. I've got to hit that button there. Ernie Kelly International Ladies Charity Race at a festival. So this is the first running of this for the year, and the drivers are just there on screen. You can see them there: Charlie Flanagan, Charlise, I suppose. Chelsea O'Driscoll, Grace Kelly, Alexis Laidler. I'll go with Claire Bosford, Vicky Gill from the UK, so they're all from the UK, Jasmine Arnold from the US, Kimberly Butt from New Zealand, and Lauren Tritton representing Australia. Of course, she is pretty much an American now. What brought about this race, mate?
The lady that it's in the memory of used to be the secretary of the weekend, and she helped establish the meeting. So she was our secretary. So we just thought she always done stuff for the ladies and wanted the girls involved in the sport. And she was afraid of horses, believe it or not. But her whole family is into horses, so she found her role as an admin in the sport and to keep involved and to stay in tune basically with the family's passion. So we decided we do have a free for all that the Meadowlands sponsor, like the top race, which is in our memory, that's the Memorial. But we always played with the idea of having a ladies' race at the VDM. So it was coming up on International Ladies' Day, and we said, you know what, we'll have a stab at this and see what we can do, you know. And to be honest, like the interest in it has been great. It's it's really drumming up like to be a decent like competition. And I was in Malta a few weeks ago at a trotting meeting, and I didn't even, to be honest, I didn't even, I was just going away with a friend of mine that's into the trotting, and there's a trotting track in Malta, and there was the European International Women's race on when I was there, so it was over 4 races. So I said, do you know what? I said, I'm going to invite whoever wins that competition to come and drive in the race as well. So lo and behold, Charisse Fougara or something, I think I can't pronounce the second name. She is coming over to compete as well.
So there's even an extra on top of that list.
Yeah, there's 10, yeah.
Which is super. And so she jumped at the opportunity?
She did, yeah. She's a 19-year-old girl. I think she's won 3 amateur competitions in France as well. Very, very good driver, like, you know. So the competition is getting fierce in that race. Like, it should be a good spectacle.
It's a unique thing. I know I was lucky enough to be at Menangle for the Queen Elizabeth II this year, and they had the ladies drivers race, which they've always had. It's always been ladyship night. The ladies, the ladyship. I forgot the name. It probably doesn't matter. The Queen Elizabeth II is what it's now known as, and it's always been. But Chloe Formosa won it, and the buzz that she had afterwards, you know, it's real. Like, I think any win on those big nights is big, but when it's a female drivers race and you're racing your peers, it's one of those great things, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it's brilliant. Like, and there's a girl that walks here, and it gives the girls an opportunity, like, to be on the big stage. You know, like, it's a big stage, so like it gives them something to, you know, to aim for and be competitive in. Like, so you can. They're all being all smiley and nice about it, but I can imagine it's going to be, like, you know, it's going to be a tough competition. So now it's the other thing as well. Like, we're raising funds for cancer Cancer Trials Ireland. So we pledged some money into it ourselves, and Bernie's husband pledged some money into it, and we're going to probably have an auction with harness racing memorabilia or something like that, and try raise as much funds as we can for that charity as well. So there's not only the competition with the girls, you know, there's a good cause behind it, and hopefully we can you know, contribute to the Cancer Trials Ireland in a decent way, you know.
That's that's exactly right. So I mean, that's great that we've been able to get that message out there, because, and that's a lot of these things are the Queen Elizabeth night that was about ladies as well. So it's pacing for Pink Month here in Australia, and everyone wears pink pants, raising awareness.
Yeah, I've seen that before, and I've seen that on Facebook and stuff and social media. Yeah.
And that's to raise awareness for breast cancer. So I think, you know, that's one of the great things about it. What else do you have on the same day?
Well, we're going to make that, like, so the weekend race, and it's mainly like because of the way we're racing in the UK and the Irish horses have to come over and stuff. We have the heats on the Saturday for the 2 and 3 and 4 year old. Well, mainly 2 and 3 year old races. So we'll have heats on Saturday. We'll have the International Ladies race on the Saturday. Is going to be the feature on the Saturday. And then on the Sunday we have like 7 Group 1s and a Group 2.
Yep. The finals
so
are
all the majors are on the Sunday. So Sunday is kind of Champions Day, you know. Yep.
And except for the ladies race, so every other race will be on the Sunday. Will be a feature race.
Exactly. Yeah, more or less. Yeah. There's a couple of high grade, like we call, like there's a free for all and there's a junior free for all. So it's kind of the top 3 lots of horses, like, you know.
Paces and
that will be racing. There'll be no low grade racing on the weekend. There'll be approximately 21 races, like, you know, 11 Saturday and 10 Sunday.
I don't think I'll be able to interview every driver. I'm actually lucky enough to be going over there. I don't think I'll be interviewing every winning driver afterwards. I won't be able to talk, that's for sure. But we'll definitely be having some fun. It's going to be held at Wolverhampton. Everyone said to me, "Oh, it's in Ireland or Wales. You're going to have a great time." I said, "No, it's in England. This is the first time for a long time that it's been at Wolverhampton."
Yeah, the first time the Vincent Delaney Memorial has been staged at Wolverhampton. As I said, yeah, it started out in Ireland, obviously, because it was in our local track, and I was there, I think, for 8 years, and then we moved to Tir Prince, which was in North Wales, for 3 years, and then after last year, then just something kind of an opportunity came up when I went and spoke with the management at the racetrack, and they were very keen to have it. So, it's a big step up. Like, you know, it's probably even more than a step. It's probably a flight of stairs, to be honest with you. But it's all. The tempo is high since September, since we could kind of pushed it through, and the race course has been great. Like, you know, it's in the city there, and that they're really helping us, you know, putting us in contact with the right people to promote it locally. And the facility and the venue is just a proper, like, decent world-class venue. So it's allowed us to be able to step up again, and, you know, like, obviously there's hospitality, and there's a fun fair. We hired a fun fair to come in for the kids over the weekend.
Yep.
So, and we have a couple of Irish acts, music, from bands, and we have English, UK bands as well. So we have an action-packed racing and festival for the weekend. So it's going to be. I look forward to it. I think it's going to be a big step up across the board, you know, and hopefully, Paul, to be honest with you, you know, there's people coming. Brant Dunshea is coming, you know, Brant, don't you?
Yep.
Yeah. So, like, the BHA, and, you know, there's been people of that kind of caliber invited, and hopefully we can put on a showcase that grabs the attention of the people above us, to say, and hopefully can help push us forward a little bit better, you know.
Yeah, and I actually just had the Wolverhampton Racecourse website up. So you can go to basically wolverhamptonracecourse.co.uk to view it.
Yeah.
But it does look a magic place to look through all the pictures.
Yeah.
The only thing I don't like about it, the pictures move too quick. So every time I went to click on one of the pictures, that it was something like it goes to something else. So you actually miss them. But there's a couple of pictures, and especially even on Facebook. It's got to make it easy to sell it in a way, though, to Derek, to have it at a place like that, because people are going to come. It's exciting. I know myself.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, now, the last track we had at Tir Prince, like, Eric Witherspoon was the track manager there, and he's a friend of mine, and, like, they really helped establish it in the UK with us. Like, they worked really hard and gave it their best shot over the 3 years, you know. So I'm grateful for that. But I think it was time for it to move up, and I think the timing was perfect for it to go forward. And as you say, with a venue like that, it's kind of like, when people are coming, I'm doing it that long now, I know, like, when people are coming, so then it's like, and so-and-so's coming, and my ma's coming, and my dad, and my brother, and my cousin, and there's people coming to the sport, or friends that wouldn't normally go. So that's a plus in a big way, you know.
Yeah, well, it is, and it is a lot of fun. I must say, the few people, when I've said I'm going there, the few people that have said to me, "Oh, you'll have a ball in Ireland," I'm like, "No, it's in England," and they're scratching their head. It's got a few people scratching their head as to where it actually is this year, which is, I think, good. And you know, as I said, myself and Hughesy are coming out. Mark Hughes from Woodlands, hence the reason I got the hat on, and we're actually gonna do a bit of the touristy thing for a start, and then be able to get to the racecourse and have some fun there with all the participants as well. So that I'm actually beyond looking forward to it. It's something I'm really excited about.
We actually have a tour. We actually have some people from Australia. Leon George is a trainer.
Yep.
Yeah, he's coming with his wife and or his partner, and there's other people coming in from Canada. Casey Coleman is coming, and there's Heather Ward. There's a lot of US people coming in on a tour, so they come into Ireland first. We do a tour of Ireland. We go down the west. We do two nights on the west coast, and then we come back up here. They do visit the farm, and then we're going across on the ferry then. So it's a week-long thing, you know. I think at the time Heather was setting her up, she said, "What would I want to do this. I want to try help or whatever." I said, sure. I was just, to be honest, I was lying on the chair. I said, $250 for the hotel room, and I gave her a price. And away she went. There's 38 people on that tour now.
Wow.
Yeah, we had to change. We had to get the bigger bus, so and then going over on the ferry, there's a 55-seater coach full, So
But that's
we had to get a trans van and bring that on the ferry as well for the luggage. Like, it's crazy.
hopefully you're sitting on the couch and your budget worked out okay.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So well, no, it's brilliant. The interest this year is really storing up. Like, it really is. It's exciting. It looks like it's going to be probably the biggest attendance yet at Vincent Delaney Memorial. So I think the venue, as I said, has allowed that as well. So with the USTA promotional teams coming over as well, the broadcast team, Wendy Ross and stuff, and the whole crew. So they're going to be covering coming up to the event, and at the event as well, they're going to be broadcasting back to America, So it's
will that be live? They're going back to America?
I don't know what way they do it, to be honest, Paul. I think maybe just social media stuff, or I don't know exactly what way they're going to do it, but they're going to be broadcast. They're going to be marketing. We are going to have a live stream. It's going to be a pay per view live stream, because obviously all the broadcast team and all the broadcasting and stuff has to be paid for, so it has to cover itself, and there's no off-course betting. So, well, our own cover itself it'll be lucky if a half covers it, but that's what we want to do, because, as I said at the beginning, we want to put on a show. Like, we want to be the most professional and the best it can be. So we're sticking our neck out, and that's what we're going to do.
Yeah.
It's like any, I suppose, proper grandstand in a race course. Like, there's TVs on the tables and stuff in the restaurant, and it's all going to be on every TV in the place and big screens and so on. So they should make a good job of it.
Oh, it's going to. You will. There's no hassles there. I think it's
Yeah.
when you get that live stream up and done, I'll make sure I share it so people can go and find it and be able to access it. So that's
appreciate that.
That part is an easy thing. Is it too late for anyone to get involved? Like, if someone is thinking, it says, as I said above our heads there, that it's the 10th and the 11th of August, which is a beautiful time to get out of Australia, especially here where I live in Bendigo, because it'll be minus 4 or 5 degrees those weekends. So is there...
No, it's not too late at all. There's plenty of hotels around Wolverhampton, so should we not bother getting accommodation. And if you fly into Birmingham Airport, or if you fly into London, I think you are flying into London, you can just get a train or a car up to Wolverhampton. It's not that far. It's 2.5 hours, I think, or 2 hours, 20 minutes or something like that. So, so you can go, if you're going to contact me on Facebook or Derek Delaney, or message the Vincent Delaney Memorial Racing Weekend page, and we'll get back to them and give them any advice they need to get hooked up,
Yeah, we want.
So it's fun for even the accommodation. Like, we were supposed to stay at the racetrack, and people got whispers that they see me at a meeting over there, and they booked them, booking.com, and the hotel was full even before we tried to put a block on it. Like, it's like there's a hotel on the course, like, in the 64 bedrooms, and they're gone.
Wow.
Yeah, gone, like, before I even could get any of our guests into it, and then we have another hotel, and we have just 2 miles down the road, and we have 88 bedrooms reserved for our group in the hotel, like, just for my family and for the tour and international guests coming in, like.
Wow, that's amazing. That's a huge amount of people. Hopefully, Hughesy and I got somewhere to stay. I must say, I have to talk to Hughes. Hughesy's been the travel.
That's the party hotel you're in, Paul. So you'll have to walk by the bar to get to your room. So it could be delayed.
Well, you might be in for a shock, mate. I'm a soak. I don't drink. Hughesy loves me. No, everyone loves me. So so I'll be the designated chauffeur, and don't worry, I don't bring the cameras out when people have had a few on board. I'm pretty polite that way, but I'm a stoke. So you Irish guys are in for trouble with me, but Hughesy will look after me. He said.
Mark could give it a go.
Yeah, that Guinness. It was just.
He likes a Guinness. He likes a Guinness.
I don't know if he's watching or not. He sent me a thumbs up. I said we're live, but he hasn't come in with any context at all. But he sent me a photo the other day getting in training. He's been at Margaret River, and he sent me a photo of a big bloody Guinness pint. he had going forward. So he's he is looking forward to it. And a few people have told me that I'm crazy not to go. So I'm actually really looking forward to it as well. Plenty of support. Diamond Creek and a few of a lot of the studs over there, Meadowlands, and a lot of those people really get behind it, don't they, and support you guys.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. That's another thing I was going to say there. Like, it's even this, like every year, Paul, like the support is phenomenal, like, you know, but this year, like people, when I told Hannah over what our intentions was in the initiative and Diamond Creek and stuff, like they even weighed in financially, you know. I didn't ask for that. Like, you know, they weighed in, like, you know, to say, look, we support the initiative and go for it, you know. So it's brilliant to have people like of that caliber behind the racing and behind what we're trying to do. Like, so just like Woodlands and sponsoring and who else? Diamond Creek, Hanover Shoe Farms, Lizardale, Equine, people we work with here. And I don't think, like, it's very rare that, you know, I don't like asking, to be honest. Like, it gets a bit, you know, but like people are genuinely wanting to support, you know. So it's just class, and it helps raise the profile of the weekend as well. To have those names and those brands involved with the weekend, it definitely gives it that extra special kick, you know. So be very grateful for everyone that does sponsor in whatever way they do, whether it's big or small, you know.
Does it humble you a little bit? I mean, it's a Vincent Delaney Memorial, and a lot of people may or may not know where the name comes from, but it's named in honour of your brother who passed away way too young. Does it humble you a little bit that so many people do get behind, you know, this race?
It does, to be honest. Yeah, it does. Yeah. Definitely humbles you. Like, I've done an interview last year, and I was saying to Heather, it's like, you know, when we start doing it, like, it's like a little bit of magic. This is why I explained that every door you knock down opens, Paul. It's like, you really, like, people just keep growing, and, you know, it's like now we're 13 years in, and it's gone up another 3. Like, you know, it's supposed to be going down now, isn't it? You know, like, it's supposed to be fading off. It's getting bigger.
Yeah.
You know, so it's nice, and it's, you know, like, we've people there. There's a friend of mine has an engineering company. He's flat out, like, in Land Rover and stuff, building stuff, and he's building a starting car. Like, you know, he got it designed and specially, and they're in the workshop and they're sending me pictures of it, and it's all sponsors, all free of charge. Like, people, the goodwill is unbelievable. It definitely humbles you. Yeah, 100%.
Sorry, what did you say? That was a starting car, the mobile.
Mobile, that's that car,
yeah.
So, like, usually you buy a pickup. I bought a Range Rover, and he had to cut it all into a pickup. Like, he said, "Would you know, I just bought a pickup? It would have been easier." But I said, "No, that's too easy. I want the Range Rover. Like, I don't want a pickup. You can't get a pickup Range Rover, so you'll have to make one." You know?
I'd like a Range Rover. He's got one and he's cutting it up. I don't want to cut it. And look, and there'd be plenty of other people there that you haven't mentioned or we haven't mentioned, but we will get behind them and all the rest. And we want people to go there and celebrate it. I asked you, he's in. He's actually said there he's counting the days, is what he's actually said on the YouTube feed. If you're on the YouTube feed, you can definitely send through comments as well. And it's good to see that he is on. He's actually going to be on tomorrow night. Mark Hughes will be on tomorrow night. Got a pretty busy week. I'm going to New Zealand, so I'm looking forward to that. But we're going to do Talking Trotters and On Loose Lines all together tomorrow night. So it'll be a pretty big show going through there. And we'll definitely be double down on this. And we'll go a little bit more. Anthony Butt's actually going to be on tomorrow night. And I'll
very good.
Yeah, of course, Kimberly's dad, but also he's been over there, celebrated. I know he loved it, and he talks quite fondly about it. So,
yeah, he's been twice. He's been here, so he's saying like he was over around. I think it was in 2014 was the first year he came over, and it was only kind of ground then, like, you know. And then he came over 2 years ago, and he couldn't believe the difference, like, you know, as in like the caliber of racing and the horses and the venue and the crowds, you know. So he's seeing the growth. He was commenting on like the difference in the standards, you know. So
no, definitely is exciting. For yourself, it's been a big couple of days though, mate. For Oakwood Farm, on the wrong side. Oakwood Farms. I've got to go back one more by the looks. Now I got it. I went back.
Oakwood Stud.
Oakwood Farm, just so you know,
Yeah.
Oakwood Farm is about 20 minutes that way for me. And anyone who knows me knows I can get me tongue twisted and in all trouble.
We're definitely not 20 minutes that way anyway.
No, they're McKnights, so they might have a little bit of Irish in them. They are McKnights, so I don't know if they are or not, but they're beautiful people, I will say. So it actually once upon a time homed Murray's Idol. But I talk about rubbish, and I can do it very, very well. But once upon a time, Murray's Idol actually stood at Oakwood Farm. So anyway, Oakwood Stud, you guys had a pretty good weekend. It's quite interesting when you talk about the standard of racing, if you like, or the lack of racing in Ireland and the whole English area. Geez, you've had a fair weekend this weekend. 2 winners at the Meadowlands.
Yeah, no, brilliant. I think last weekend we had 5 runners in America last weekend, and we had 4 wins and a second with horses we bred here on the farm. So, no, they're doing good things. And then Oakwood, like I think last time I was speaking to you, I was telling you about the filly that was in the Jugette and stuff. And Oakwood Annabella, she went 49-3 on a 5H track, but 49-2 actually. But last week Oakwood Airdan, a Sweet New Coat, he won a 49, which was the fastest, making him the fastest horse ever exported from Ireland or the UK. And then he came back in the final this week, and he went 148 flat with Andrew McCarthy last night in the Meadowlands. Then in the Friday next race, another horse called Churchfield Frankel, which is Irish bred by our own stallion for closure as well. And he went 49-3 off the pace as well. So it was a big night, yeah.
I've got Oakwood Arden's race up. I'll throw it up. It doesn't matter. I don't think that's him 4th over, as they say. With Andy or Todd? Todd by the looks. Is that Toddy driving?
That's Andrew McCarthy.
Oh, is it? Okay. What did he go the week before?
149.
149 the week before, and he comes out and goes 2 seconds quicker this week.
Yeah, and like you say on there, like he never moved on the horse. Like I don't even think he popped the plugs there, so there's more there.
Yeah, which has got to be exciting. Now I saw on the comments that it was Irish trained as well. So who's training this horse?
There's a guy from West Cork called Robert Cleary. He's gone out there since he was a young lad, and he worked all the stables, and he's out on his own there now, training in the barn at about 25, I think. So. He has a few Irish ones in his barn, so it must be the luck of the Irish.
Well, that's got to be a great thrill for yourself, but it's got to be a great thrill for harness racing in the UK.
It's huge. Like, it's massive. Yeah. Like when we set out, like, we've always bred a couple of horses, but we set out in 2014 kind of with the Vincent Delaney Memorial that kind of helped for people to be able to breed more commercially and make it viable, so to speak. So we kind of had a vision of getting the best stallions that we could get, and buying some decent mares in America and stuff, and push the sport forward. But we've said we wanted to be breeding horses good enough to race anywhere in the world, and now it's happening. You kind of have to touch yourself, like as I said, there was 5 runners last weekend. We only bring 6 or 8 yearlings to the year to the sales every year, so like we're not breeding like 50 or 40 mares. We're breeding like 8 or 9 or 10 maybe max. So it's a big achievement. With 5 runners, 4 wins and a second. One of them with 49. Then last night 48 horse. So yeah, no, it's I don't even think it's sunk in really yet. You
don't even think what?
So I don't think it's sunk in yet. Like to be able to produce it. That was the fastest mile in America this year. Like,
oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Wow. Ask Derek if he's going. Just saying. Mark Hughes has sent me a message. Ask Derek if he's going to Springsteen in Dublin tonight. Oh my God, he'd know.
Down to where?
To Springsteen. He must be playing in Dublin tonight.
Oh yeah. The boss.
Yeah, well, that was his excuse to see you last year, wasn't it? To go and see the boss.
Yeah. Now Springsteen now is, I think, his Mark's cup of tea. Wouldn't be mine,
You got the Guinness in. That's huge for UK harness racing, though. So, and you said there you bred. So, was this horse purchased out of your sales and went back to America?
Yeah, so we sold him as a yearling. In the Mullingar, we helped set up the sales here in Ireland just for 1 year. Like the market isn't that strong here; it's stronger in the UK. So normally we sell them there, but we sold 2 coats that year in Mullingar, and he was sold for 19,000 or 20,000 euros.
Yep.
As a yearling, and then he went to the UK and won a stakes race, and so he raced in the Vincent Delaney and the 3-year-olds and the 4-year-olds and stuff, and then. I actually tried to buy the horse myself for Ron Burke and Mark Weaver, and the offer obviously wasn't accepted, and the man sent him himself then to Robert Cleary, and then he trained him, and after his first win then he was purchased by one of Robert Cleary's owners. So that's how that happened, you know.
So how many races?
A six-figure sum anyway is what it was, you know.
Yeah, but that's so good. Like you said, so 5 runners a week before from the UK, we'll say, like from the island.
5 runners that we bred, 5 Oakwood horses, like, you know.
Oh, serious? And 4?
Yeah.
And what'd you say, 4 winners?
4 wins and a second.
Wow. And then you put that on top of this week as well.
Yeah, well, we had 2 last night. We had Oakwood Paddy was racing, and those 2 gallons that we sold, coats that we sold in the sale that year, the 2 of them were in America with the same trainer, like, and one of them was second last night, 150 on Pocono, and then the other fella was 48 in the Netherlands, you know.
Wow, that's got to be so good for the industry up there. I mean, that's brilliant when you think about it. Like the times, you know, and it's a celebration. I think that's something you definitely need to celebrate. Apart from the fact, what did you just say then? The fastest mile rate for the year so far in the US.
Yeah.
What'd you buy?
No.
100%.
It's good. It's good for breeding, and it's good for incentive for people to be down breeding and pushing forward. And the more horses being bred, at least people now when they buy a horse and spend good money on a year, and if it's quality and it works out, which there's more of them working out now, because obviously even the breeders and the rearing and stuff, it's getting more professional, you know, even at the sales. So, and there's good quality stuff being turned out. And when, like, after a 4-year-old stakes race in here, there's not a lot for those horses, like prize money was, because you know, as I said, the funding isn't there for it. So them horses are being sold to America then, and not all of them, like, obviously, but you know, there's ones getting sold, and you know, I know like 3 of the horses we bred I now sold for over 100,000 in the States, like, so and that's a fact, like, so it's, you know, and I think over there then was probably cheap, you know, very cheap, after the way he's performing. So I think he's had 9 starts and he had 8 wins and a second, where he stood on a shoe. So he stood on the clip off a shoe. He pulled the shoe and stood on the clip when he got beaten. He was only beaten like a neck or something like that, you know.
Is that his overall record, or is that his record in the US?
No, that's his record. Last night they said he's just won over 100,000 and he got 17 wins lifetime.
Wow, that's amazing, isn't it? That's so good, and it's a good celebration. I mean, it also means the quality, because as you said, he was there as a 2- and 3-year-old for the Vincent Delaney Memorial Race Series as well. So the quality of horses that we're going to watch, they're not horses that just carted around a paddock.
No, they're all quality. Yeah. Like, and that's kind of like when we set up the Vincent Delaney Memorial. That's one of the main reasons. Like, you know, obviously it's we put his memorial, and it gives us, you know, like at the time, like there's a lot. It's still, to be honest, Paul, it gets a little bit emotional to put. But at the time, it was like people had memorial meetings, and you know, no disrespect to anybody, you know, they put a cup up and a couple of £100, and they come in the race, and that's it. Like, you know, that's like it's forgotten about. You know, where we wanted to do something, if we were doing it, that was going to have an impact on the sport. So, like, my brainwave was to do it for 2-year-olds, because there wasn't enough 2-year-old, because at the sales, people weren't getting money for the yearlings at the sales, because there was nothing really there for the 2-year-olds, and then people wanted, you know, like the buyers only wanted to see their horses on the track, and then they were buying them. So there was a lull there, and so it was pushing the 2-year-old racing. it's helped obviously the breeders, and then the people have to take a chance in the pedigree if they want to race for the big money. So that's had a knock-on effect, you know.
No, well done to you. There's a lot of names that have been watching this feed on Facebook that I don't know. A lot of them have got Irish, like Sean, I don't know, MTCALFE. I'm not sure how I'd say that. But anyway, there's plenty of...
Metcalf, is it? Metcalf?
Might be without... He might have missed a little name out of there. Metcalf, could be. MT. Does that mean Metcalf when you just go MT? I'm going to be in all sorts.
I don't know, to be honest.
Don't stress. I'm going to be in all sorts when I get over there writing people's names. I know that. I'm going to have to give them the phone, say, type your name in for me, and then I'll go and put it up on my post later on.
Yeah, you'll have to get me to translate if you start understanding my accent, and then I can translate for you then, isn't it?
I had troubles at the start. I've got no worries with you now. It's all being good. Get on Christopher Morrison. Get on the VDM up and he's got the 4-leaf clover, a laughing face and some clapping faces. So he's obviously very happy about it too. So Derek, thank you. Thanks for joining me, mate. I am really looking forward to getting over there with Hughes. It was Hughes' idea, I must say, but I'm looking forward to it. He said it's a must-do, so going to be a lot of people to meet and chat to. I look forward to bringing as many interviews as I can and sending them back to Australia, and hopefully getting more and more people. But thank you very much for joining me, mate. I really do appreciate it, and well done for organising what, as I said, it's a Vincent Delaney Memorial, but I mean, it means a lot more to yourself and to your direct family, because it is a celebration of a loved one, but you're turning it around and you're bringing harness racing. There's one thing that you're doing. You're bringing harness racing to a new frontier. It's going on a galloping track in Wolverhampton this year. I mean, well done to you guys. You're really opening up the barriers. So, yeah. Who's Lillian Delaney?
That's my wife.
That's okay. Well, good. Great interview. Well done. And then,
she's my biggest fan. Yeah.
That's always good when she's happy. Don't worry about that. There's a great saying: "Happy wife, happy life." So you're fine, mate. So
exactly.
Yeah. No. Well done to you and everyone else who is organised behind it, and all the sponsors. And when I get over
that is one thing I'll say. Like, you know, it does, like they say, it takes an army and all that on a finish. You know, like it really does. You know, like there's people working and they're working hard voluntary. Like, you know, there's no one getting paid and like on air end, obviously Wolverhampton are a venue and you have the higher venues and there's business involved there, which there has to be, like, in order to put on a professional show. But without the support of everybody financially and voluntary, like, we wouldn't be able to do it, you know. So I'd be very grateful to everybody in the VDM committee and Wolverhampton Racecourse and everybody else, sponsors and everybody else that contributes, and even yourself there, Paul, for helping promote it. I appreciate it, you know. So it's good. It's a harness racing community, isn't it?
It is. That's exactly right. Happy wife, happy life, 100%. And number one fan, she's also said there is, and it is a harness racing community, and yeah, I am 100% looking forward to getting there. I can't wait. I love showcasing the industry. I've been to some beautiful tracks, beautiful places. The Kiwis look after me outstanding. They show me some of the most unique places in the world, and I think if we can get more people out there and going to it, instead of, nothing against Bendigo, it's my home track, just going to Bendigo and saying, oh, this is harness racing. There is so much more to this great sport worldwide. The little brown jug raced around is fair. You know, there's so many things that we can get out there and celebrate. And I look forward to hopefully opening some eyes, maybe getting some more people next year for you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and it's like you say, you go and enjoy the weekend and enjoy the people, isn't it? Everyone has a common interest, don't they? So it's not hard to have a conversation, is it?
No. I think a lot of us get caught in Groundhog Day over here. It's just go round and round and round. I love going to New Zealand because it's not Groundhog Day. They have something different all the time, and that's where I'm really looking forward to opening my eyes up and seeing how you guys do it over there.
Well, we're definitely trying our best for it to be different. So I hope you enjoy it, Paul.
I will indeed. Derek, thank you so much. Really appreciate you coming on a Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening, only a Sunday morning for yourself, and I don't think you'll be doing much else. Who won the fight?
Usyk.
Very good. All right.
Usyk, yeah. It was a brilliant fight. Now it was a brilliant fight. Like, it was a real top class fight. Like, so two undefeated world champions. So it was a tasty fight, but the little man won.
The wee fella. Derek, thank you. Could chat to you.
Right.
I could chat to you all day, mate. Thank you so much. And if anyone wants to know any more, go to either yourself, but go to Oakwood Stud or the Vincent Delaney Memorial Facebook page.
Exactly.
And there's links there for them to go to, or you can go to what is that website? I'll get it wrong, but
Vincent Delaney Memorial.com website.
That's it. Thank you. Yep, you're going real well.
Memorial.com. You can purchase your tickets on there as well for hospitality or for gate admission or wherever. You can book your tickets through that. There's a link on the website, but there's also some information. But even just the contact page on the website or wherever, just ping a message in there and we'll get back to you.
Good as gold. Derek, thank you so much, mate. Really do appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of your day, my friend.
Cheers. Thanks, Paul. See you later. Take care. Bye-bye.